Good morning from Veliko Tarnovo. So we're all up, all ready to go. Kids are having a little bit of tablet time just to calm them down in the morning. But we're heading over to the town now, and we're going to have a little look around, see what there is there. I've heard it's a nice place to walk around, so hopefully we won't get too hot. But we'll take you along with us and see what we see. So yes, after a short drive, you find us here in Veliko Tarnovo. Now, as we should probably point out, we don't know these places that we're going to on our journeys, obviously. So where we find ourselves is just where we find ourselves. And at this point, we've parked up and we're walking around a bit of Veliko Tarnovo, which I would say turns out to be more of the less touristic side of the town, but we do end up finding our way over to the more touristy areas. But it was a bit of a insight into what Bulgaria is like for the locals, I'd say. So we had a little walk around. You can see it's a fairly busy city, plenty of people around and cars and vans, deliveries and all the rest. And yeah, very sunny day for it, so we enjoyed ourselves quite a bit. For those who like a bit of information about the places we go, the city of Veliko Tarnovo is a historical capital of Bulgaria, and it is also a spiritual capital, they say, so still very much a part of Bulgarian life. The Veliko part of the name actually means great, so it's obviously well regarded amongst the Bulgarians for them to give it this kind of title. But as you can see, it is a fairly busy, sprawling city, so it's great in other ways too. I would say the city has a good variety of shops. I mean, there's like modern type jewellery shops like this one here, but then there's also many other sort of classical shops or little traditional shops that you can maybe have a poke around in. Lots of traditional type bakeries and things like this as well. Quite an interesting city to look around. I mean, there was a few of the kind of designer shops, maybe not the biggest names, but something worth looking at. But then we also had this place. It kind of became a little bit of a favourite of ours every time we were passing through. So nice coffee, nice cakes, and a good range of them too. Some more of the classical international feel, and there was a fair few of the local style as well. So something for everyone, I'd say, as well as the more adventurous and some that people just like something they're familiar with. The coffee was very tasty too, so you can see a few of the different types we tried here. I'm okay. How's your cake? Yum yum. What does it taste like?
Really coconutty.
Coconutty. So we've popped into a little cafe. I think it's called Amaretto. It could be anywhere apart from the language. But we've got coffees, we've got cakes. Nice little stop. Modernish, and see behind me what it's like.
Cookies are very fresh as well.
Yeah. Tastes very fresh. So this is kind of our substitute breakfast. Cake for breakfast. Not bad. Oh,
And we're here to see the town.
Yeah, we're seeing the town, aren't we? Yeah. So we'll show you a bit more of the town, see where we end up for lunch. So, got a cake and coffee experts. How was yours?
Very nice and moist. Nice orange cake.
Yours is almost juicy.
It is. Look at the juice on the plate.
Look at the plate. Get it down there. And see how wet the plate is afterwards. That's from an orange cake. But everywhere we go, we have a noisy child. Yeah, I should also add that free coffees, free cakes, £10. That's what it translated to. It's about 25 lev, I think. Check it on my phone. Yeah, 24 lev 44. So, and that came to £10.80. Good luck getting that in England. So after filling our faces in the cafe, we found ourselves heading into what we'd call the more touristic part of the city. You can see from the look of the places, they're a little bit more interesting and possibly a little bit better kept as well. I mean, this would be a kind of a town centre or something I would call it, because I believe it was like a municipal building and had this gardens or park here with a statue in the middle of it and things, so places that people can congregate together. And then we found ourselves heading off into the even more touristy place, so more restaurants, cafes and things with outdoor seating, and we'll show that you have a little look around with us now. So I should probably clarify when I say touristic areas. I'd say that it doesn't lose its Bulgarian feel. It doesn't just feel like you're in any old place. It just feels like they've maybe spruced it up a bit more for the tourists and got more of a welcoming vibe, shall we say. But then you also get these little glimpses through between the buildings or over the top, where you see a nice view. And then once again, I don't know if I've mentioned this, these coffee machines are everywhere in Bulgaria. If you like coffee, Bulgaria is the place for you. You can get one everywhere. We did kind of get a little bit tone up the path here, because we thought this was going to be a full-on little shopping arcade type place. So we started exploring, seeing clothes shops and things. I'm thinking, oh yeah, what else are we going to find down here? Well, you know what we found? Have a look. So there may have been a couple of interesting looking shops, but then it just kind of ended. There was nothing there. I'm guessing there were a few houses and possibly a little car park up that alley there. It's hard to see because of the darkness, but I believe it was a little bit of a car park. And yeah, turn around, head back out again. Why not? But then once we're back up on the streets, you can see lots of nice shops, lots of heavy traffic too. Not a lot of fast movement, shall we say. Good bit of local dress to have a look at. If you want to go away looking like a Bulgarian, you can nip in there, dress yourself up.
Now here's a spot. I might not get the best view for you because I am not one for heights. And this is a viewing point. I'm not sure what that place is down there. Seems to have a little cafe out it there. Also with a viewing point out that way where you can see a road and a train, I believe, in the distance. So that is a view over part of Veliko Tarnovo. More cafes down below there, if you can see them. A few people with a view from their back window, isn't it? So it's hard to even notice that you're on the edge of a cliff, really, this part of the city. There is also a river down below, and there's also some young boy running around me waving a coffee stirrer. Kids, eh? They all get their own ideas.
That's the view from up here, a bit closer to the edge. Well, it looks like a little bit of an old town with some monuments and churches, I guess. You see this little river that goes along the bottom as well.
And there's also these large sort of carving-y artwork things in the end of the buildings. On the edge of where they're looking over the edge. A lot of work's gone into them. And you got the old rundown buildings opposite. Why not? And we've got a falling asleep boy.
He's so tired.
So tired. Too much walking. Too much walking. All he wants to do is find a park and play. He's too tired to walk, not too tired to play.
And there's a park up there.
There's a wow. There's a little bit of a play area at a cafe up there. I don't know if you can see it. Just in the corner. It's quite in the sun up there. Might have a look in a bit.
So let's move on from the irony of the tall guy that doesn't like heights and carry on with our wander around the city. As you can see, a few extra people around here, so it is a fairly busy city, but only in patches. It's a little bit strange for that. You can see across the road there a sushi place, so a nice international feel as well to the city. Now you know you're in a touristy place when you see one of these land train type things driving around. Now when I was younger, I went on holiday with my parents and there was one they called the noddy train, so I tend to always call these noddy trains now. Kind of stuck with me. But yeah, you definitely know you're somewhere that's a little bit touristy when you see one of them. And a bit more of the international feel. We've got a Korean supermarket. I was a little bit surprised to see them. Don't even have one of them near me in the UK. I was a little intrigued to see this written in English. Are they making out that the English drink too much wine? Or is it just English kids? I don't know. We shall see. But yep, from this shop we can see there is something for everyone in Veliko Tarnovo. So, enjoy yourselves, people.
Time for an ice cream stop. Ice cream stop.
Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum.
Yum yum yum.
Chocolate and bubblegum sweetie.
I got salted caramel and pistachio, and it's really good. Nom nom.
This one is the bubblegum sweetie.
The bubblegum.
And this is the chocolate one. The black one.
Nice.
Many of you may know the city is kind of split into two parts. You've got the old part and the new part. Now, we mostly did kind of a drive-through through the old part because we spent a fair amount of time in the new, and the kids were getting tired and we were getting tired, and when kids get tired they make more noise, so we carried on having a little drive around trying to see what we could see. Now, many of you will probably tell us that we missed the best part by not walking around the old town or going and looking around the castle even, because yes, I don't know if you noticed that there was an entrance to a castle back there, and it seems to go all the way round on the top of this hill as well. So we drove down, had a little look around, and it's always nice to see the sights. So having reached the end, we turned around and we're heading back up towards the city. You can see across the valley there a bit of the old fortifications of the old castle. So you can see a bit of a wall and maybe a small tower or fort part. And yes, now we're back in the old town. So I'm sure you all understand that when we make our videos, we're not super prepared. We haven't been to these places before to know what exactly we're going to find and what to show people. We kind of just record what we see and take you along for the ride. So hopefully we show you a little bit of interest and something to make you intrigued maybe and want to go and visit these places yourself. So we don't want to take away all of the excitement for you. So yeah, just follow us along as we head up through the old town. Now, if there's one thing that Veliko Tarnovo had, it was some spectacular views. You almost seem to be on the edge of a cliff the whole time. So if you could get to the edge, you can have a nice look out over stuff. But yeah, as I said, we don't really plan what we're doing with these videos, so this brings us to the end of our Veliko Tarnovo excursion for the day. I mean, we did visit back to the cafe a few times in our trip, but we didn't really go and look around like this again. So we hope you all enjoyed it and join us on the next part of our adventure.